Please welcome to the red corner, Yves Musasa. Ladies and gentlemen, this contest will be fought at three-minute rounds at a weight limit at 155 pounds. Firstly, fighting out of the blue corner from Dojo, Koja, please welcome Miles Manning. And his opponents, fighting out of the blue corner from Engine Room Boxing and MMA, please welcome Yves Musasa.
And here we go. Fight number 4 of the evening. Yves Musasa in the black shorts. Miles Manning also in the black shorts with the top team logo. Cage doors locked. Fighters are ready. Cameramen are ready in here. We go. Let's get this one underway. Having another very, very intriguing matchup here. Musasa yet to taste defeat. Manning entering this 1 and 2.
1 and 2 doesn't particularly reflect the skills of Manning. Manning, experienced grappler, has competed a fair bit and had, if I remember correctly, had a fantastic fight with Jamie Roper back in the day and has got a beautiful takedown, shooting, coming up to the body lock and getting the trip and establishing a solid position quite early. Musasa doing a good job, posting up and building up, but Manning seems hip to it, getting to that wrist ride and throwing those right hands.
Both guys, of course, with big submission wins previously on BFC, but Manning looking to chip away here, looking to tie that arm up of Musasa, trying to step that right leg in for a hook, and he gets that first hook in and the second. What does Musasa need to do here? He's in a bad spot with 2 minutes still left on the clock.
Yeah, Musasa almost, he seems like he's coming to this too calm. He doesn't seem to be responding to things, and Manning is jumping on him and progressing through his positions, landing some really solid ground and pound shots, and is now in a near fight finishing position.
I mean, if you weren't calm beforehand, that walkout certainly calmed you right down.
Maybe his plan was to throw Manning off and calm him down, but Musasa's doing the right thing, and Manning was wise to it.
Step straight over and into mount here.
Yeah, I was going to say, Musasa was doing the correct thing. He was trying to turn to get on top, but Manning just wise to it. Manning again reading the bridge perfectly, doing really good job with his top pressure, and like recognizing when he's just about to lose a position and just riding the bridge, riding the escape. And now he's getting his arm across the face.
Looked to fish it under there, but couldn't quite get it under the neck. Musasa doing a good job there, just to get out of that position.
Manning, I think, was maybe thinking about an armbar there, going back to the neck. Musasa turning. Manning has lost connection with his chest to Musasa's back, and he's regained it again.
Looking again to fish that right arm under the neck of Musasa. Can't quite see from our vantage point if that's under.
Looking a lot tighter. He's really committing to this. Musasa pushing the arm up.
That looks deep.
He has not quite got his hands connected, but there is definitely choking pressure going on here.
Musasa trying to fight this. Referee just checking to make sure he's conscious. Musasa trying to chip away here. But this is a good position to be in with 25 seconds still left on the clock. What does Manning need to do to try and finish it from here?
Get to a more traditional rear naked grip. And Musasa's out, but Manning has just immediately transitioned to throwing his strikes, landing his ground and pound.
10 seconds left here in what again has been a frantic first round here at BFC5.
Yeah, Manning just getting on Musasa immediately, shooting, transitioning to the body lock, transitioning to the trip, and he did just seem a step ahead in a lot of these grappling exchanges. Like he was reading the defences Musasa was doing, because Musasa wasn't necessarily making a lot of mistakes in these positions. He did the correct thing when he was trying to turn on the top, when he had his back taken, trying to mount escape properly, bridging, but it was just Manning was reading each position.
I think it's fair to say that that round was totally Miles Manning, but it's interesting there, just as he walked back to the corner, something that I've only just spotted, he seems to have a mouse forming under his left eye. I'm not too sure where that came from. You can see now the doctors are working on it. How much of an issue could that cause as the fight wears on and the swelling comes up?
If the swelling gets worse, there is the potential that it could obscure the vision on one side, which obviously makes you more vulnerable to strikes from that side. I can't quite see what caused that. I'm not sure if it was a strike on the feet or one of the strikes from Musasa from his back.
It is considerable swelling though under that left eye of Manning. That will be an interesting one to watch as this fight develops. It's the seconds here leave the cage ahead of the second round here in this amateur lightweight contest. Once again, the cage door is locked. The fighters are ready. Timekeeper are ready, and we are back underway here at BFC5. Touch your gloves. And what would you like to see from Manning here? Just that sort of thing, a big right hand that seemed to really rock the head back of Manning.
Manning getting back on that single leg right away.
That seemed like it hurt him though, that big strike that he got caught with.
Yeah, that really did seem like he hurt him. He's now really looking for that takedown, goes for almost like a judo throw and gives his back in the process. This is like a polar opposite start to this round as it was to the first round. Manning trying to roll through, get to his guard again.
You said you wanted to see more action from Musasa, he does, and that's certainly what we're seeing here in this second round. The engine room man raining down strikes here on Miles Manning.
Manning doing a good job of tying the wrists up, kind of controlling the posture, stopping Musasa from landing big ground and pound. But Musasa does just seem to pack serious power whenever, like even those short hammer fists seem to really have some pop to them.
They certainly do, as Manning's trying to get into a more advantageous position and gets the fight back to its feet.
He is back to his feet.
You can hear them strikes there, Harry, them short strikes from Musasa. We can hear them here from our commentary booth.
Yeah, and Musasa has managed to get separation. This is going to be really interesting to see what happens in these next exchanges.
Another big right hand from Musasa followed by a left hook. And a lovely sprawl from the engine room man.
That was a powerful sprawl. And a big miss. If that had connected, I feel like that could have been a fight finisher. But it didn't. And they clashed heads a little bit.
Accidental clash of heads here, which seems to put Musasa down. And now Manning steps over. Now Manning finds himself in mount. What can he do from here?
Yeah, it's like Musasa didn't quite have his base underneath him. He threw too hard. He might have put too much into those shots.
That accidental head clash almost was like a flash knockdown as well, wasn't it? When the two came together, instantly he dropped.
Yeah, it was a very strange situation, but Manning doing a good job of reading the position, threatening the front headlock and using that to step straight over into mount, takes the back of Musasa and lands some good shots.
50 seconds left here in this second round, and the tides have turned once more in this amateur lightweight contest.
Yeah, Musasa fighting the hands. He does not want to have to deal with another close rear naked like he did in the first round. He does not want that arm under the neck. I feel like Manning is going to just try and choke him through his face here. He's locking a palm-to-palm grip.
Of course, it certainly helps if it's under the chin, but it doesn't need to be, does it, Harry?
Does not need to be. Manning's corner calling for him to strike. Musasa throwing these punches with his back taken. I do think despite the success at the end of the round, that round is Musasa's, but it's a hard round to call. Obviously the first round was very, very clearly Manning's round, but that round Musasa landed the biggest shot. Obviously there was that head clash as both men come in. Southpaw orthodox matchups, head clashes tend to be more of a prevalent thing. It is an entirely incidental thing, it's just a consequence of the matchup. But we're just looking at the replay here, seeing these brutal shots from Musasa, and then Manning really going for it with the ground and pound.
Interesting to note now as well, there's 3 medical professionals in the corner of Manning assessing the eye. We said it'd be interesting to see how this goes as the fight wears on. You can see now we've got 3 doctors here looking at it. It would be a shame if the fight did end like that.
Yeah, it would be, because this fight's been fantastic so far. I really don't want to see it end like this. Obviously, fighter safety is paramount, so if the doctors deem him unfit to continue, that is what it is, and it's unfortunate. But I feel like
it looks like we are going to get third and final round. There's one to wake the crowd up as well. Possibly a drop microphone. I'm glad we've got sound cancelling headphones on here, Harry.
Yeah, just a bit of a jump scare there for everyone in attendance.
Here we go. Third and final round. Should we need it? There is 3 minutes left to decide the winner in what has been a thoroughly entertaining clash. Musasa opening up there with an inside leg kick.
Manning slipping over but using it to his advantage, getting a beautiful takedown straight to mount early in the round. Musasa scrambling beautifully.
For both men, just the work has been relentless as the rounds have got underway, sorry.
Yeah, this fight has been madness at times. Musasa building back to his feet. Musasa getting top position with his own wrestling for the first time this fight. Obviously he got top position earlier off a sprawl and off a knockdown, but now he has managed to wrestle his way onto top position. This has been a frenetic pace from both men. You can tell the fatigue is setting in, but both men are not giving up on themselves. They are fighting hard through the fatigue.
They certainly are as we get back to the feet here. Both men looking to land their strikes. Spinning attack there from Manning, just falls short. Musasa looking to try and make up the ground, then change his mind.
Musasa kind of twitching, faking, trying to just edge his way into distance, but as he does it, Manning shoots a beautiful double leg, gets his head on the outside, turns the corner and gets into top position. These are clutch moments now. Can Musasa get a scramble going and build back to his feet? Or can Manning establish a position and start working towards that mount? I feel like he might be trying to go for the head and arm choke here.
How much more difficult is it then if you are Musasa? Look, you're now almost 3 rounds deep. You're both sweaty, you're both slippy. It's been a very, very quick pace. How difficult is it to really dig in the bottom of the barrel here and try and get out of this position?
It's really difficult. It's one of the most difficult things in fighting, is to escape bad positions when you are tired, when the fight's getting deep, when you've taken some heavy shots, you've thrown some heavy shots. These are the most difficult moments in fighting.
Manning looking to almost isolate this left arm here. What could he be looking for?
He's looking for that Americana. He might be threatening it to get Musasa to turn. Musasa is turning, but has managed to get that leg again. He might be getting back to a half guard, but Manning just reading it and sliding his knee through.
40 seconds left here in this third and final round.
Musasa is gonna need a big explosion in these moments. Obviously, round 2 was closer, round 1 was all Manning, and round 3 so far has been all Manning.
Certainly has.
Manning landing his shots now. Looking
Want
to
to
try
what?
and flatten Musasa out. If he can flatten him out, he might be able to get a finish.
And he almost does, but Musasa digs deep and keeps his position. But with 10 seconds left on the clock, he needs a big end to this round, and it doesn't look like he's going to get it. His Manning threatens once again with that submission.
Going for those JJBantz style heel strikes from the back. Spectacular fight. Obviously, on paper, some people will look, oh, why is someone who's 3-0 fighting someone who's 1-2? Paper does not tell the story of the fight. I believe that is a Manning win. Beautiful fight. Really gutsy performance. Manning obviously got the better of the majority of that fight, but definitely did not have it his own way. Took some big strikes in different moments of that fight and managed to pull through.
He certainly did, and that was a great performance from Miles Manning, who is very likely has now evened up his record at 2-2. But again, like we say, another fantastic fight.
Yeah, like some of the wrestling sequences in that fight were beautiful. Obviously, Musasa's right hand, when he managed to get it off, it just looked powerful. It seemed like every time he managed to get his right hand to the target, it did serious damage to Manning. But Manning kept his cool, fought through it, got to his wrestling sequences, and yeah, amazing fight.
The scorecards are in, and we'll now throw it over for the official result.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of gripping action, your judges at ringside have scored the contest 28-29, 26-30, and 28-30, your winner, unanimously in the blue corner, Miles Manning!
And it's a unanimous decision win there for Miles Manning, with a few scorecards very far apart. We had a 29-28, we had a 30-26. Harry, for you, how would you have scored that one?
I mean, I could definitely see the argument for a 10-8 in that first round, as it was all one-way traffic. Manning got that takedown very early,